All right, so we're talking about part 2 of my last video. So last part was why are we here? Explained all that. If you need a reference, go back to the old video. The last video, I said a lot of stuff. So moving on. So this video, sorry for the rattling. I'm talking about Eden. And it sparked my interest to title this because there's a group on Facebook they're like a band of bandits. They really are. It's like, I don't even know how many people, but I know it's one guy who uses one female. And it's the feminine energy that always disguises itself. Because people say, oh, I trust her. She's a kind person. But I don't even, the nosy part of me, I see people on Facebook and they talk about agenda. They may talk about contacting the constituents that are above. They talk about ascension, but they never say anything about their birthday. Like I love, I won't say her name because I don't want to bring her to my consciousness on this platform, but I have a friend in another country, a soul sister, and she just randomly would post about her cats. And that instantly creates a direct connection to people. The example I was giving another participant in my Facebook group. God, that group's you guys, I don't know what I've been thinking about having to hold frequency on that wasteland of a reptilian toilet. That's what I call Facebook. Anyway, this guy posted something. It was a quote of another person. And so I messaged him maybe like 2 hours before he posted. And I said, your natural words could be quite more interesting than posting someone else's. The quote was already done. The frequency is already over. Why would you want to repost something that someone else said? It's like cheating your image of light. Why not say something from your heart, even if it's confusing? At least it came from you. So follow me. Person who posted about her cats, she responded and she said, can you please explain this because I'm confused? And then here goes Mr. Message me privately. See, this is why I don't like to post in your group. And I'm like, didn't I tell you 2 hours ago to speak from your own heart, your mind? Just laid it out. And that's the problem is people, I don't know what the issue is, but they refuse to listen to people who actually channel messages. They make fools out of us, embarrass us, chastise, persecute. But then the messages they get are copies of what other people are posting. Because I can go to Luna Ash's channel, her YouTube channel. Everything she says, someone had wrote it out and reposted it. And I'm like, Luna Ash said it. Or Higher Self channel. They'll put it out. I literally just stopped watching a lot of people on YouTube because I'm watching how the manipulation and the takeover, it already infiltrated itself. It already has. And I'm watching how their motive or MO is to target every single opposition that they would call their enemy or whoever, like for my group, I'm not saying like we're on track, but there's something very genuine about our group and the people who were there. And when this group of bandits came through, they really did a number, but they took a third of our people out because everyone wanted to follow the answers. They were like, well, that guy Aaron, I don't know him too well. They read me. I always tell people, do not go there because you get everything that I am cleansing, purging, blocking, and people forget. I am a fitness instructor for one of the most popular companies in the world. So in essence, you are picking up the frequency of, I know how to deflect it, but it's just funny. And then other people will say, well, I'll uncover your dark past. And I'm like, that is not a threat. I always talk about my past. I talk about all my shitty moments of life. I talk about my darkness. I did talk about addictive personality. They talked about cleansing and purging my family, bloodline. And I talked about how completely innocent I was right before my awakening experience. 2012, basically I went from almost being engaged, happily ever after, paid for I sublet a little mini house. I went from a perfectly great life to doomsday, start from scratch. If you want to be awakened, you're going to have to learn from the bottom. And that's just how it worked. So here are people on a social media platform trying to slander my name, slander my image, but it's not that I'm worried about. It's just that when people who are very in tune understand and know what they invite into your timeline, there goes my affirmation. And that's what I always ask for, is as long as I channel these messages as I'm speaking, please give me an affirmation. Give me a signal that I am saying the correct thing, that I'm on the right track. It will never fail. You have to trust and believe and have faith in your journey, yourself, the Father, the higher truth. This is why I highly respect anybody who resonates with Iran or any type of culture that it says in the name of Allah, because you're proclaiming the name of Allah. Hey, what? The lights flicker. Because you're proclaiming the name before you start speaking. That is a thing that we do not have in America. So back on track. Facebook and all these places, there is a I don't like saying the name. Basically, those little lizard thingy energies. I just feel like going, right? That's creepy. Anyways, long story short, they're hiding him in sheep's clothing. Their lights are flickering. It's weird. People are going to be very confused and lost and not know right from left. When this event starts, it's going to be so confusing. People are going to think, oh, alien invasion, or is it our brothers and sisters? They're not going to know. Why? Because they don't have discernment. They're not practicing discernment, not using discernment. Those of us, that's not even an egotistical or conceited, I don't know, I guess me speaking out loud, I get very frustrated when people are accusing my ego. I know I refer to I and me just because I'm talking to you all about the experience, about this journey. How is it all connected? Sharing one perspective from a life experience, I think it's more significant than telling you guys the storyline. The energies are Snoopy, Mickey. The energies are, I'm not going to do all that. I don't have time to give you guys images. I'd rather just show my face, be real, be authentic about it. And, I think there was only probably one channel message that I was off, and that was back in March when I talked about the power grid and the reset, because I was really convinced. But I realized the person I was following on YouTube planted the seed. And what happened was he tricked everyone, because the thing about it is, that these things, there goes my affirmation. If you follow my channel, sirens are my affirmation, and there's a fire station across. People may not like who I am, but what comes out of my voice box is absolute truth. Something's coming in. So I'm getting that there's just going to be a lot of confusion. People are going to be very, very confused. Not going to tell this from that, and they're going to be following the wrong. I don't know. It just stinks, because people like myself go through so much torment, and we take on a lot of burdens for a lot of people. We don't brag or boast about it. But we still stand up and we keep going. Why? Because we just want to see the light of a better day. What is so wrong with that? I totally went way off track. Eden. This group meditation, this guided meditation, is actually a global effort of the dark forces. Their agenda is to it's not going to work, because even when basically Eden is in the Middle East, that's why we have war in the Middle East. It's not about copper, gold, coal, and all that. It's about the sacred land of whence nobody can understand why or how it's being protected. It's not a war. It's a battle. And people don't know. It's kind of like in Revelations. If you guys ever looked at Revelation, they talk about how there's a fall of Damascus, and then when this third war ends up coming into Jerusalem, that the war is... This was also a revelation from back in the... I'm horrible at verses, but the story of Jesus, when he ascended, he came back one more time. And people can explain why every time they went closer to this territory, his image appeared, and then he disappeared, and then that whole army was wiped out. It's okay. I can't find that verse, I'm walking, but all I want to say to everybody is, it looks like, oh yeah, let's go help out, let's assist. Same with Area 51, it was the same thing, let's go invade. These sacred areas don't need human beings to help. Kind of like the Van Allen belt. I was thinking about that and laughing today. I was like, why the hell would, this is just me being humorous, why would Earth's magnetic field, one of the strongest of all planets, why the hell would it need human vessels to heal it? We are the makeup of what the Earth plane is. So Earth doesn't need it. All this like talk about Gaia and she's hurting needs our help, and she doesn't need her. We are in the way. She needs us to soak up all the gunk and fuel, like we're air purifiers. She needs our human vessels to be air purifiers while she does the work. That's the perspective. Comprende? Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I kind of went off topic here. But all in all is, we hear one thing one way, but you have to always hear something backwards in order to understand what is being told to you. Not how, what. Beep. That's pretty much it. I think that's going to lead me to my next video. Everything, if you guys understood the entity. Hi, Diego. If you guys understand that everything in the world is controlled and ran by a certain frequency and entity, that frequency and entity operates in reverse. What do you call it? Polarity. Anyways, that's a whole nother topic. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna say hi to my friends. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.